You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Hello? Hello? Are we actually live? Do we exist? I think we exist.
Lijkt er wel op.
Do I exist? Yay. Everyone can hear me now.
Oh, get that mouse pointer off the screen. You're ruining everything. Yeah, welcome.
Oh, hey, did Leon just join?
Did he ruin everything?
Well, that's good timing.
Vocalist, am I
Het is
right?
wel grappig. YouTube loopt een beetje achter.
Okay.
Het geluid van YouTube loopt een beetje achter.
Also, should we speak in English or?
Ik wil nog.
We should probably speak in English because I gather most of our fans are
Hoor je dat?
probably from Russia in the first place.
Yeah, probably Russia, but I can't speak Russian, so we'll have to make do with
We can
English.
ask Sophie.
Oh yeah. Davai.
So yeah, second PrickCast.
PrickCast.
Ja.
We're trying it through Skype this time.
Yes,
So,
all safe and everything, and
Cheers.
yeah.
All
Cheers.
COVID safe.
Yeah, let me cheers with my.
Cheers.
I'm like
Met jouw koffie. Wiener.
Well,
yes.
Zeker.
coffee.
Wiener, yes, Wiener op mijn lunch.
Wiener melange.
So yeah, this is the second edition, and this one is going to be special because it's actually post-release of our latest split with Von Mollestein.
Yes.
And I was going to say we have with us Mr. Cougar again, but I think I don't know.
No, you do.
Oh, okay, we do.
Hello, Mr.
Oh.
Cougar.
No, it's like one of those like Santa Claus things, where you have to call for him to appear,
Santa Claus things.
Yes.
It's
You have to
like
call-
Resolve with the Vox, but Resolve with the Vox is a pain in the ass, so you just call me and I come.
Oh, okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So first of all, how is everyone doing?
Drinking.
I hope
Good.
you are doing okay, I guess. We gotta play it nice.
Okay. I see you're preparing your plans for world domination with the world map behind you.
Of course.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed yet.
Look at that. I got my Cenobite pal here with me.
Yes.
So here your generals.
Because once again, I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna speak in behalf of Von Mollestein because Will Dunkenwald he couldn't join us. Too bad.
He's gonna leave you to drown again, huh?
Yeah, I think he's just not really an interview podcast guy. He keeps it. I think he keeps it on the music and creating and stuff, and
That's
he
fair.
let me
that's
do the words. I guess that's
understand.
how it works.
I'm not very fond of it either.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have my idea for the first time because I was Rachel and I were talking our asses off, and like you were a little bit in the background, like, all right, this is almost finished now.
And I'm not even like super social to begin with, but yeah, I do want to. I do think it's very exciting to talk about our music in general, and also because we've worked like really hard on on our music in general.
Yeah,
Just-
shit, that was
It's,
actually our music was pretty much done.
Yeah.
Because we create a lot of songs, and actually wandering alone through the old forest of eternal burning hatred was already.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The Ballad of the Lost was also ready, so actually it's a Speak from Hate and Down Below.
Besides the guest vocals,
Place
I
I
guess.
Call Home. Those are the two that we actually created out of nothing, actually.
Yeah.
But it has been a long process, indeed.
Yeah, I do think it's worth noting that this split was not. It was not like a collector's album, or how do you call that? Like I can't find the word for it.
Language is hard.
Yeah, language is really hard. It's not. It's not an album with it's not an album with just songs that we've released before. Like.
It's all brand new.
Yeah, everything is brand new material. Like
Yes,
some
it is.
split albums are basically like compilations. Compilations, that's the word. So, some split albums that you see are basically just compilation albums.
No, this is definitely not a compilation album.
No, definitely
No.
not. And-
Also a bit different in style, like the previous album.
yeah, I think so too.
As usual.
What do you think about that? Actually, the defiler running.
Nou, it's best to change a lot. It's nice to do some new things.
New.
Try some different styles.
Which new things then?
Little bit more grind.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I think you could hear that in the opening song.
Yeah, the opening song was very grind.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It was it is a fun song actually, and I get a lot that especially with the pig squeals
Yeah.
at the start of the song, and it's
Can you
one
do
of the
pig
songs
squeals?
that people are just like, what the fuck did I just listen to? You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's like it's good, but apparently it's confusing. It's like what?
Well, to be honest,
Oh,
it was.
shit.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. My beautiful arrangement of webcams has been completely
Hey, just
destroyed.
Ricky,
Thanks,
Yeah,
Leon.
Ricky, move your cam into the middle. Can you do that?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Just move it into the middle. Move your cam.
And by the way,
Oh, Jesus.
that's the asshole doing the pig squeals.
I'll just make myself a little bit smaller.
Ugh.
There. I'm only the bassist, so it's okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Speaking of pig
Big
squeals,
farm.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Pig Farm.
hello, Mr. Forehead.
Forehead.
The darkness has engulfed.
The darkness.
So yes, our vocalist decided to join.
Yes, you can see him. The only thing you can see is his eyes and his forehead.
Yeah, it's a
But
good,
he's
it's a
there.
good forehead though, but yeah.
It's his most pretty side.
You
You don't want to see the rest.
Show off the brains, you know. He's the brains behind that.
I'm shitting brains.
He's shitting brains, yeah.
He's shitting brains. Well, that's very
Oh, you
grindcore.
hear me? Yes.
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 Yeah.
Your first statement, I'm shitting brains. It will be here hanging out for you to shame on.
Really? I
Such a
eat
funny
your
arrangement.
ass, man.
Ah, emoticons.
How was your day?
I'm drunk.
Yeah, I thought it sounded a little bit.
Sorry.
It's fine. I don't apologize. At
Was
least you're.
I'm getting you.
for 1 hour and we just ordered everything and then
Yeah, you had to
drank
leave.
everything and sorry, I'm drunk. But I was home and now
Hey, at least you're
I'm back
celebrating.
to- yeah,
the release.
I'm back to the digital age right now.
Back to the digital age. Wow, that sounds like a cool song title, actually.
Back to the digital age. Hey, maybe we can do this
Yeah.
something with that.
Back to
I
the
was-
digital age.
I was really drunk.
Yeah.
I still am, but I'm struggling.
There, I saved it.
Get on.
Are you feeling good at least?
Good.
Yeah.
He
Are you
doesn't
good
know
drunk?
he's drunk.
No.
Yeah.
But it-
Like, are you bad drunk or good drunk? Like.
no, I'm always good.
Okay. See, that's what I meant.
What are you trying to say, man? And
No, I mean, some people when they get drunk, it's like bad drunk, and they get all nasty
no,
and
I
mean.
hate that.
Yeah, but they are not metal.
That's irritating.
Can I-
shit.
There is always
Stay away from it and shut your fucking mouth. Just really just yeah.
What?
That's the next song. That will be the next song on the next album.
Why can't I see you? Why can't we see your face? It's very black. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
just
light.
darkness. I think you need some light.
Yeah.
Lies? My
Light.
My,
No, not
my
lies.
eyes is darkness. Always. Okay, oh, wait.
This is off to a great start.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. It's exciting. I like it.
Yeah, it keeps it fresh.
Yeah, I really like that. Honestly,
Lies? Like this?
Just like our music, need to keep it fresh.
it's still a little bit black for me, but
Fresh.
fresh.
Come on,
No, not fresh.
That's fresh.
Yeah, I think
Oh, there. Oh, that's gone.
Oh,
I think he's
Oh,
trashed,
oh,
alright.
gone.
Oh, I saw an arm for 5 seconds.
I cannot see myself. I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
I see your
Now I
arm
see
in your
arm.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a beard.
Yeah, there you go.
And now I see light. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will.
Shut up.
Fucking love this.
Is this when I put like technical difficulties on the stream?
No, this is
Technical
perfect. This is absolutely perfect. But
Okay.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Something about the music.
No. Don't forget it.
We were
no, I don't want to forget it. Where's your favorite track on the split?
Oh, that's a good one.
What?
What is your favorite track on the split?
favorite.
Your favorite?
My favorite.
Yes.
God. Do I have a minute?
2 minutes.
Sure.
2 minutes. Yes.
I think mine is
Yes.
well, of our song's perception of nothingness, of Von Mollestein's song's A Ballad of the Lost.
Yeah.
Definitely those two songs.
That's
Sister Nothingness.
serious.
Yes.
Oh, you like that one too? Nice.
No, it's
Really tell,
I don't like it. I hate everything what I'm doing.
Hate!
Fuck you.
Every nano
If you like it, fine. Do with it.
I can't really tell because all 4 songs are so different from each other.
They are. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's a close tie,
After-
definitely.
Yeah, the first 2 songs are so different from the last 2 songs, but all four songs are so different from each other. It's like you're going like, yeah, for my face, this face, big face like a oh fuck, this black metal, and then man,
Grindcore
what
and
are you doing, man?
rock grind
And
and
the last song is
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah, you have to go down the
Yeah,
spectrum.
well, basically.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's
I mean, I guess it makes sense from like if you know that we wrote the first
what
2
makes
songs
sense. We
way earlier.
should not make sense, please.
Yes.
Well, I think our 4 songs definitely show an evolution in our writing and play style. The first 2 songs, Constant State of Disgust and In the Recluse of Incorrigible Stupidity, were written in the Dust of Obscure Devastation era. And they definitely sound like that album. But the other 2 songs, Perception and Physical Embodiment, those were written later on.
Progression.
So yeah, there's definitely a progression in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
onwards
like
to our new material.
oh,
I'm not sure how it is for Von Mollestein or Mr. Cougar.
It's crying.
I think for me it's Down Below the Stones.
I
That's
like
my
that.
favorite from Mollestein.
Go on.
Yeah,
Cool.
like I said, it's a close tie for me, really. Like I like all 8 songs, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like too. It's whenever I listen to it, it's very easy to just listen to the whole thing from the start. I mean, it's a little bit biased, I guess, but that's how I feel.
Well, of course we're biased because we,
Yeah. Well,
we made it.
That's just kind of how I feel. Like when I listen to like one song, it's very easy to just go down the whole thing, and it's always the hallmark of a good album, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you skip songs, then it's not good. Yeah, I agree.
never skip shit.
No, and it's a good length too, by the way. I think it's like just
It's
over
a-
half an hour.
Yeah, it's 37 minutes and a couple seconds.
Yeah, I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
love it.
I can do a couple of minutes.
Couple of minutes. Couple of minutes.
You don't have to do anything. Nah. Just play your Make a riff and then I will.
Yeah, like the Dixie, no?
Okay,
Like
we've
Yes,
Like a
please.
fight.
I am Mr. Dixie's.
Mr. Dixie.
Mr. Dixie.
Last couple of years, yes.
So we just changed your title to Mr. Dixie now.
Yes.
we have Mr. Cougar and Mr. Dixie.
Me? Okay.
Dixie.
That sounded like a constipated whale, to be
Yes,
honest.
it
But
did.
okay.
Like the song from Good Likes, Toy Toy area.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Toy Toy Story.
Toy Story.
And that's something that I find really impressive actually. That when we recorded our vocals, like we went sometimes we recorded like after midnight, like 1 a.m. And like, but your
Oh,
vocals,
yeah.
you just kept going, like my vocals, my backing vocals, I could feel it in my throat, and I was like, I was pretty done for by my voice at least. But
I was so tired.
yeah,
I'll go really. I don't care. I will. I can do it.
but you can.
Focus.
But do you feel it then? Like, does it feel sore?
What feeling? You don't need to have.
You don't need to feel.
Don't need to feel anything, just a big emptiness inside. Apparently, we're making depressive black metal now.
Yes. Well, I mean, you're into the doom metal now, so that kind of suits, I guess.
Yeah, doom metal is pretty bleak.
Okay,
I suppose.
but
Yeah. I mean,
fuck your feelings.
yeah. That's pretty close.
Yeah. I have a shoulder, of course, but fuck your feelings in general.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Duly
Like,
noted.
Duly
Get
noted.
fire in my shoulder. It's awesome. I can ride the song.
And then you'll go like, but also fuck your feelings.
Yes.
You'll be like, there, fuck your feelings.
I've read a song about your feelings. It's fun. I got you.
We haven't heard about a date
Fuck
from.
you.
Got you. I got you.
Sorry.
We
I
haven't
get
heard
your
about it.
feelings.
We haven't heard about a date from when we can expect the CDs.
Oh,
Right, yeah. The CDs are already on pre-order from Narcoleptica, so you can
Yeah,
either
pre-order.
message them or us. And the guy said that it would take 1 or 2 months to get everything processed by the factory and shipped out. So yeah, 1 or 2 months, more or less.
yeah, that's what he said.
Also, the question will be: we are gonna release also on cassette because why the fuck not? So
Yeah.
that's another question. When is gonna come the cassette? When it's gonna come out?
Well, apparently I did something. I made a few boo-boos in the cassette artwork, and I still need to fix those, and then it's ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a confession to make. The shapeshifter here.
Yes.
She has been making boo-boos.
Yes.
Like she said,
Yes. I need to
for
be
the
punished.
last half a year. So I'm supposed to kill her now.
Yes. Please
Oh no!
kill me, daddy.
Okay. I see how it is. She's into to that Cenobite kinky stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Kind of relevant, I guess.
Sex and needles. That's the thing.
Sex and needles.
Yeah.
Sex and needles. Oh wow.
Hey, engineer, what is your opinion on Cenobites?
Oh, here again. Very good.
Oh, thank you, man. I like that.
I think we're getting a barbecue in the summer. and we're going to, wow, party man. But you, it's like a mist. It's like nothing like anyone can. Yeah, I don't know.
Cenobites are like mist. Okay.
Cenobites are like
It's like
mist.
mist, and you don't know what they are. They are coming from you, or they don't come from you. This
Yes,
Yeah.
there is
it
a lot
doesn't
of
serve
when we come out.
right. So that's
It's
your
your pleasure, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, well,
pleasure.
hey, that's an interesting question for Mr. Cougar. How do you get a Cenobite to go to you or not? How do you avoid them?
How do I avoid the Cenobites? I don't. I'm a Cenobite myself.
The Cenobite.
please.
But aren't we all a little bit
send
Cenobite?
about my neighbor, please.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Cougar,
Kilos, 100 kilos. It's not a big deal. So,
you heard the man. You heard the man.
in 2 minutes, you're
You have a new target.
New target acquired. In Minecraft, of course. In Minecraft.
Come on.
Can you imagine that suddenly, like, Von Mollestein just goes to Leon's neighbors and just starts having a gig right in front of their
Do
door?
it. Please.
Somebody's calling the police like, there is a fucked up looking guy just watching out the window. I don't know what he wants.
Please. Just stay in the front in the garden, and then I'm
In the garden. Like a
like
fucking garden gnome. The Cenobite
so-
garden gnome.
Okay, so everyone, our next gig is in his neighbor's garden. So just so you know.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, please. Enough space to play in the children's playing garden, but the cinema needs to be in my,
Okay, so I have a question for the engineer. What was your biggest inspiration for the lyrics? Writing the lyrics on the split.
Fuck.
There is not much information coming out the
Just fuck?
engineer, I guess.
Sorry.
Just fuck?
Fuck. Yes.
What was your inspiration? Is it fuck?
My explanation is really what I'm experiencing in my life.
Mhm.
What I've written for Prickrott, the
Yes.
2 songs from on our splits, is really actually not really. It's not like a fairy tale. It's real.
Yeah,
It's really real.
yeah.
I'm always writing text that I'm having in my mind, but especially like the perception, it's really like it's called. I really like it's all coming back to me,
Mhm.
and it's really back and forth, and then I just shout "fuck off," really, because you are there, and I'm feeling like this. It's really a little bit fucking hell. It's a little
Keep
bit
trying.
difficult to explain, but
Yeah, you're doing it.
It's a bit complicated, yeah?
Yeah.
it is, and how I'm writing lyrics is not about a fantasy. It's not about Jesus. It's not about what the fuck going on, and I'm going to eat my neighbor or anything. I don't fucking no. But these lyrics in Prickrott are real.
Mhm.
But is it how you say it? It's fun, and then actually real, but you need to understand the lyrics. Read the lyrics, please.
Read the lyrics,
Yes,
then you'll know.
you heard it.
If you have questions, contact to me. But I won't explain it. Perhaps maybe half. So I already know you don't understand a fuck of it. I don't care. Fuck you.
It's like our music. It's a bit complicated, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I think that's pretty on
Yeah.
point. It's
Well, most of our subjects are mental issues and very real personal stuff.
Yeah,
So
I'm a fuckface. So
and being fuck-faced.
fuckface.
if you think so, but if you think I'm a happy guy and I'm friendly, it's fine. Okay, fine. But the rest, fuck you. Sorry. Dwelling in between and then
No, go right ahead.
and then write the lyrics in between. And then hence
Is it difficult for you to write those
your
lyrics?
fucking music and then my fucking lyrics. Your fucking music, my fucking lyrics. You know
Fucking lyrics for fucking
Well,
music.
fucking
Yeah,
going
that
on.
sounds about right. Yeah.
You know it.
Why don't we relay the same question to Mr. Cougar? I wonder what his take is on writing lyrics and conveying whatever messages he has to convey.
Well, we on the matter we are pretty much like you. Dunkerwald is the one who create all the music, all the beats and all the stuff. I am the one. Most of the lyrics of Mollestein are mine. Not all of them, but I think 90% are mine. And the inspiration comes from everywhere. Actually, from horror movies, obviously there is, but also social problems like. For example, Speak From Hate, I get a lot of questions. What's Speak From Hate all about? And Speak From Hate it's actually a social issue song with a twist on the title, obviously, just to, well, why not? Just to confuse a little bit. If you listen to it, if you read the lyrics, because the lyrics will be there as well to see it, then you will understand. It's about speaking to these people who are making our life miserable and don't give two shits about it. So it's about that. You gotta speak from hate to those people. Down below, for example, it's a Cenobite theme, because in every album of Mollestein there are a couple of them. Now we got 4 songs here, so it's just one. The Ballad of the Lost is obviously a fuck you to religion, a big fuck you to religion, and Wandering. I think Wandering is the most abstract and black metal-ish that we have put out till date.
Mm-hmm.
And if I tell you the truth, I don't really know what Wandering it's all about. It's like the engineer was saying, it's when you feel that cold coming into you and you start writing. And it's like you are in trance, and then like 30 minutes later, you take a look and you have write something.
You too.
And when you are looking at it, it's like, fuck, man, this is too good not to fucking use. But it's abstract. I don't really know. If you ask me, what's the song? What's the song about? What's the soul of the song? I can tell you. It's just like it came like that. It's a very mean song. It's a hateful song. And it's a cold song, and I think that's the best description for.
Yeah. I do like that. It does come from like a different place, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes same with writing the instrumentals, with writing the music.
Hey,
Yeah,
mankind!
that was also conveyed
Fuck
from a
you!
feeling.
Fuck
But
you!
when
Fuck
when writing music, it's often for me personally, anyways, it's always written from a certain mood that I am in at the moment, and usually negative emotions, negative feelings, memories, ideas, thoughts, whatever that are in me, I need to release, and that's what music in large part is for me. Is like releasing emotions. So that is definitely displayed in how I write a song. So yeah, that's why songs can be very different from one another between each writing session, for me at least. Because every time I feel different.
At least the songs don't sound the same.
I think that's
No, definitely not. And like I told you before, I've been listening to your previous albums, and this one it's like 2 million kilometers away. I mean, it's completely different.
Can
It's
I
leaning more towards death metal than actually towards black metal. And I think this it's just a new Prickrott.
Yeah, definitely. But do you want to know a fun fact? We had a demo back in 2008, I want to say. It was called Hate United. And what? Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, very old.
Sorry. Go
From
on.
one old person to another. But it was actually it was supposed to be a split album, Hate United. That's also why it was called United, And it was supposed to be done with with an American band. I don't even remember the name of that band, but they were like this shitty three-man black metal band. They just made like black metal in the woods or something, and it was very crap. But our music was also crap. So yeah, it really fit. Yeah, it fits. It just fit really well, and we were just like, yeah, let's just make a split. And they approached us, with like, hey, do you want to release a split? And we were very much into that black metal phase, And if you're a black metal band, you need to have a split. You need to release like 1 million splits to these.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh yeah, we need to get a split out. Actually, that's still on our black metal to-do list,
Those are the stereotypes, of course.
Sorry?
It's like if you play new metal, you need to have a best hits compilation.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
that's definitely a thing.
You
Yeah.
bring 2 CDs out, and then you got the greater hits. It's like, fuck you.
It's
Fuck
so
your mom or what?
That's the only thing he hears.
beautiful.
Oh, by the way, let me take the opportunity to say hello to Nick from Killstruck. He's watching from the United States.
Killstruck.
We were talking about the United States. Nick, we are not talking about you or your band.
Oh no.
Nice to see you
No,
joining.
not.
No, but the band that I was involved with, we had like really good just established contact, and the guy in charge of the band, he even wrote, he even wrote like a bunch of like letters with like cassettes attached and like all sorts of. There's a bunch of cassettes just to get like an idea across of how the split was going to be, but then suddenly we were going to release it like 2 months later or so, and then he was just gone. There was just nothing anymore. Like he was just I couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't back then we used to get in touch with each other like digitally through like an MSN Messenger.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Messenger.
fucking
those were the
shit,
days.
but absolutely fucking garbage. But it is what it is, and yeah, and so
We like garbage.
yes, garbage.
Jesus.
But there was just nothing. So we were just like, okay, so what are we gonna do now then? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab the tracks that we have, and just gonna release it as like a demo, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you've made it anyways, so...
Yeah, and
You know.
that's also the reason why Hate United is really short. It's like 3 tracks or something. So yeah, that's the
well, I
story
guess-
behind the
Yeah, I
splits.
guess you can. It's actually you gotta see it as the first try, because our first EP, Knock Your Knuckles, it was a
Oh, yeah.
4-track CD, and actually at one point, wait a second, I'll be right back.
I think he needs to take care of some business.
That
In the
happens.
meantime, where did the file go?
I don't know.
I think he's also taking care of business.
You're fucking shit to this, man.
Yes,
Well,
I think they're abandoning us. No.
At least we can admire the Defiler's wall of
Yeah, I was looking
horror,
at-
wall of horror.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're back
Oh,
at the
wow,
same
same
time.
time.
Wow.
Hello,
that's what I call
What
timing.
a timing.
Sorry.
What a timing.
You have to refill your
please.
beer.
what the fuck am I doing, man, here?
What?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Yeah, I can see you quite well, actually.
Yeah. Say hello to the world, I guess.
Say hello to
6
the
viewers.
internet.
I want to say hello to Kees. He's watching also.
Yo, hello, Case.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey there, man.
Yo,
Drink your beer.
luister naar die split.
Cheers.
Listen to the split. It's in the description if you want to take a listen. And
Fucking hell.
it's
Yes.
yeah, we worked really hard on it. It's it only seems like just 4 songs, and you know it is 4 songs for each band, but at the same time, like, because every song consists of so many different elements, it's still pretty fucking difficult, you know, just to produce everything in the right way, and to also mix it in such a way that everything is distinct as possible.
I'll say.
whoa,
What's happened?
What's going on here?
I'm sorry.
I need to move myself now.
Jackie, what do you do?
I did nothing.
He says hi.
No, man.
Hello, we're on.
We're on together mode now. Can I put also
What the
on
fuck
large
is that?
grid?
Sorry. Yes.
I think
The AI has a lot of trouble.
I think I'll just stick to grid view again. There we go. I'm not sure what happened there.
It's still there. It's still that for me. I don't know
this
why.
is freaky, actually. Yeah.
Well, I set it back to the old one, at least on the stream. I guess we were in an amphitheater for a second there or something.
Yes, it looks like. But I don't know.
Look! I know you want to have a gig badly, but you know.
Yeah, but not like this. I think.
A gig through Skype? Can you imagine?
Oh my god, that would be fucking hell.
That would be a mess.
If you could calibrate like the lag, that would be pretty sweet, I guess. But
Yeah,
I think now that you pointed to the gigs, I think one of the questions that's got to be answered as well is what are we gonna do with with gigs? And we were actually thinking about do some live streams actually, or we have been talking about
Yeah.
about doing that, and I think I still think it's a good idea to get the split out there, till we can actually gig properly. So
what does
we have to talk about that and come to agreement on dates and stuff, and just do it.
what do you think, Defiler? What's your opinion on gigs?
Yeah, in the Netherlands, I don't believe in live gigs, but I have an e-kit here where I can play.
Oh yeah.
So we can try to do some Skype streams.
That would be very interesting.
Really hoping it's going better than now.
I've seen more bands do that. I've seen Anthrax do a gung ho kind of thing.
Yeah, that actually works. But wouldn't the lag be really in the way?
I do know of like a service that has like a really low latency thing specifically for playing live music together over distance, like kind of like we're talking now, but yeah.
I've seen more bands do that in Teams or Skype or Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Zoom. I have never used Zoom before my entire fucking life. Like just
Me neither.
I didn't even hear about Zoom before.
Yeah, no, it was just a lockdown thing. Huh? Just like
Luckily, we don't live that far away from each other. That it's like nobody lives in the US or in Australia or something. So we have a little bit more possibility in that regard.
If we could arrange just a simple rehearsal space or whatever, with a solid enough Wi-Fi connection, we could arrange a gig. Possibly with Von Mollestein too. That would be cool. And I think that would be very possible. But yeah, we would have to arrange that and also have to gauge, the interest and that sort of thing, I suppose. That's pretty difficult.
We got the time. We have to wait also for the physical album to arrive. So we got time to prepare something. And but
I put a link in the comment from Anthrax, Gung Ho, Spread the Disease, 35th anniversary version. They did it on their own houses, and I don't know how they did it, but
it could be edited, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it could be pre-recorded and then streamed. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Because syncing live music over internet is a real pain in the ass.
I know for a fact that my vocal coach who plays in Perennial Isolation, it's a black metal band in Spain, and they do live streams from their rehearsal room. So that they bought a couple of cameras and they put it in different angles, and they just do a rehearsal and they stream that, and it's working pretty well actually. So
if you're in the same room, that works perfectly fine.
Yeah, obviously we gotta be in the same room. I mean, the rehearsal room for Mollenstein's rehearsal room in Nijmegen, it's a pretty big room. It's got a good connection, so maybe worth trying. But I think we have to try to bring it somehow. If we cannot do a physical gig, just do a live stream gig. But I think it's important to, after all the work that has been put into it, and after all the efforts that have been put into it, it seems like a waste if we just go like, just go.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But I think next week we did hire a small promo agency to help us out, and hopefully next week that's gonna help a little bit. We also have I think 2 reviews on the way. Also, if you're watching this and you are some kind of journalist and you want to write a review for of our album for whatever, for your Facebook or for like a webzine or whatever, just hit us up and we could get you a free Bandcamp download code so you can listen to the whole thing and hopefully help us.
To the fucking yes,
We
man.
got 100
do
free
it.
codes, so we have plenty. We have plenty of codes available
Motherfuckers.
for reviewers and journalists and metal signs and
Yeah, definitely.
anything. So yeah.
We're going to get you.
I think the engineer is also turning into a Cenobite.
Oh no!
He's possessed.
It won't be long before he's a full-fledged member of Von Mollestein.
Yeah.
He will fall into unconsciousness in a second.
It's fine. Oh, so rude.
You know this.
By the way, for the viewers,
Yes,
if you have
we
any
must make this
questions
one.
or commentary, feel free to put a comment in the YouTube chat or message
Yes.
us on
And
Facebook.
don't be afraid, we know this is weird.
Yeah, it's fine.
We know we're weird and scary,
yes.
especially Mr.
Yes.
Cougar, and well, Leon is also a
This
bit
album
of a
was
special
perfect
case, but you know.
to introduce Leon.
Sorry?
I do not agree.
This album was perfect to introduce the vocals of Leon.
Yeah, the engineer.
Yeah, it's definitely a transitional EP.
Well,
Yeah.
it's actually an interesting story because I have been there. I've been involved actually in one of the songs in a constant state of disgust, and I've been there obviously recording my deal of vocals for the song, and I was surprised about so many type of voices that were put into that song, and when you listen to it. You can hear a lot of elements from growls to screams to pig squeal to actually kind of very freaky clean singing, and I think that's coming from the shapeshifter. I don't know. I think it's coming from her. But I would like to know a little bit more about that. Like you just once sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna put like 6 different types of voice into one song, or
Yeah, that's kind of our style. We
Yeah,
tend to
a little
put
bit.
a lot of vocals in our tracks. Yeah, we like to experiment a lot, and usually that happens during the recording process. So a lot of those vocals, those weird vocals especially, were just kind of made up on the spot. We're like, oh hey, this is a cool idea, let's try it out, let's record it, and it sounded good.
I actually remember because
Yeah.
I was there, and the engineer and myself, we were done recording our vocals, and then you two assholes were fucking around like 1 hour.
yeah, we were fucking around for a real long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always
And I just
fucking around.
you.
It's amazing.
You have to fuck around and then find out.
Fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, like you can play it safe and just
No, don't
just
play
do
safe.
what you've always done, but that's boring.
Yeah.
It's like
I
it's
agree.
fun to just, you know,
Lots of vocal styles, lots of
Away.
styles.
No, you don't do that. Come on.
You're not stuck with
Everybody
that
can do the drums
type of shit.
easily.
Yeah. Fun fact. Which song did we do the back vocals for? Backing vocals. I can't remember from the top of my head, but basically the vocal harmony that I sang in one of the songs, I came up with on the spot pretty much.
I know.
Because
I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was your idea. That was
Yeah.
We're actually the vocal part was wasn't that gonna be that was gonna be grunts. Then Leon decided to make it clean vocals, and then you suddenly decided to have those high vocals over it. That was
yeah.
Yeah,
completely
those high
unplanned,
vocals,
but
my
it's
God,
much better.
they sound like a cat being skinned alive. Really. Hey, shit.
You should be there, man. Mr. Cougar.
That's not clean vocals then, but
I think he's referring to my
Yeah, I
vocals
think so
on,
too.
when I went full Line Landverman on. So, was that the ending of Recluse? I think.
yeah. Could be.
It's a fucking ending. But I think.
Well,
Like the
some
perception.
weird vocals.
Can we
But,
get
yeah.
it?
For,
Why Just play the song. Come on.
well, I could play
Play
it.
the song. If you have a good
Sure,
mood.
if you could,
I have
if
all
you,
the songs.
you play the song, then I could make another Bev. And,
Yeah, I actually do need to pee really badly.
okay. Then let's do
So
it.
maybe it's a good
break
idea
then.
to have a little pause. I'll play some music of the split. Technically, we should do a Von Mollestein song.
Oh yeah, let's do
Switch,
that.
it, switch it around. Mr. Cougar, any requests?
You need music. I think.
Oh, all right.
Oh!
Well, we were talking about
Buddy,
doing,
man.
the Ballad of the Lost, but I think that's the more into atmospheric actually. My favorite songs, my favorite Von Mollestein song on the split is Wandering. So if
Okay,
I
we'll do that one.
take the request, then I will say just play that one.
Okay, I'll do that one. Okay, then I'm gonna turn off the Skype feed and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
See you in a
Yes,
few minutes.
enjoy.
Enjoy.
Okay. Okay, this next song is gonna be Wandering Alone Through the Old Forest of Eternal Burning Hatreds.
Wandering alone through the old forest of eternal burning hatred.
Oh god. Okay.
Hello there.
Okay, hello
Hello.
everyone,
Hello.
and welcome back to the PrickCast. For those who have
Welcome
just
back,
joined
motherfucker.
us, Leon, our vocalist, the engineer, is choking on some shit or something. And
Choking on his own shit. Okay, interesting.
and yeah, we are gonna talk some more about our split EP, A Journey into the Depths of Nihilism, and answer some questions. So yeah, we do have a question from Nora.
Yes.
We should probably wait for Ronnie actually, for the Deviler. I think he's still on the toilet. He's also gurgling.
He's
his
also
shit.
on the Dixie.
He's also on the Dixie.
That's the thing with drummers. Like everybody hates drummers.
Whoa.
The
Wow.
drummers always take so
Oh,
long.
so that's why you don't have a drummer, huh?
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Well, I also want to talk a little bit about the music video that we.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute too.
Okay, I need to pour my drink though.
I need to grab a beer, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't take beers, man.
So we have lost basically everyone. So it's up to us to entertain you. Luckily, we have the engineer with us, who is ever so slightly drunk, but you know. And there's Mr. Cougar.
Throw me. I don't fucking care.
Well, luckily you
Oh,
don't.
why are you drinking, man?
I'm drinking a Tipa.
Some Belgium
Yeah.
thing. Nice.
Why so?
I know nothing of beer. Absolutely don't.
You don't drink beer?
No, I honestly kind of hate it.
You kind of hate the shame on you.
Oh God.
I am sorry.
I'll pour beer for you in the next gig.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. The engineer is having the time of his life.
I am. Sorry.
Well, hey, it's good. Have fun.
Yes.
It's good to have fun in life. It's very important.
Yeah, you too. I'm supporting you.
Very good to have
Distraction.
the inevitability of death.
All right.
Anything to not let the existential dread set in.
Yes, yes. Yes, that.
Or maybe let it set in and write some lyrics about it and some music. You know, it's good inspiration, I'd say. Especially because the next song I have queued up is Perception of Nothingness.
Oh shit.
So
Nora asked,
yes, we have a question. Now everyone is here. We have a question by Nora. They say, "Nice one, guys. I heard a mix of styles. Can you tell me a bit about those styles that we have mixed together?"
When I go like, I'll let Ronnie go first, the Defiler.
Can we play it a little bit? We don't have the whole song, but I'm not entirely sure. But
Different styles in our music.
Yeah, I think they were referring to Wandering and Constant State, the two songs we played so far.
Well, on Wandering, we have tried to recreate, well, not recreate, but just to put in the more black metal element into it. I think in some parts of the song you can hear that pretty well. And actually, what we do is close to industrial metal, actually. But like we just mentioned, we for example don't have a drummer, But if I have to describe Von Mollestein, that will be on a bass, it will be industrial. And well, obviously we are bringing it to the metal side, so it's industrial metal. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is just take all the styles that we like and try to blend them together into something, but something that makes sense. You can hear bands trying very hard to combine elements and nothing makes sense. It's like 3 different songs into one song. You can hear it so clearly that it just
We've
doesn't
been
work.
there. We've
So
been there.
that's why there is so much work in this split, because there is a lot of styles blended together.
There
But
need to be
everything
some
makes
kind of
sense.
coherency.
That's I think that will
Yeah,
be
it
my
needs to
answer.
flow well. Yeah. And that's the hard part, really. Is you can have a lot of inspiration from different styles, different vibes, different atmospheres, whatever. But in the end, at the end of the
our
day,
previous album, Dust of Obscure Devastation has pretty good coherency, I think.
yeah, I think that was
It's not
when we
too
started to
much,
get it.
loose stuff. It's more like yeah, the songs fit.
Yeah, especially with like more experimental songs, that's very important to keep a good cohesion. And I do admit, for like our previous album, like prior to Dust, I mean, that has been a bit of an issue. The cohesion, it's been a little bit, yeah, maybe a little bit too experimental. I'm tempted to say, just a little bit. It's a little bit all over the place, and yeah, that's just a bit too bad, because then you can hear the potential that some of the songs have, but you can't hear. But it doesn't sound, it doesn't have a head and a midsection and a tail. Then it's just
Yeah,
sprinkles.
I always kind of get the feeling like it's bits of songs, bits of idea, just kind of glued together and held together by duct tape.
Yeah.
Not to get a bit ducted, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how I would describe Cyberworm, honestly. And even though
Yeah.
I do think I do still maintain that Cyberworm has some really spooky moments.
The ideas are good. It's just that
Yeah,
there's too many ideas stuck together,
yeah.
and that's definitely been an issue for Prickrott, to really find our way into a definitive style that's coherent, still
Yeah.
blends in all our various influences and genres.
And to me, also a thing I like to be Prickrott to be brutal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
it needs to stay heavy. Yeah.
yeah.
In Cyberworm, there are some songs that are not brutal enough, and I guess that's why it's not coherent enough.
Yeah, it's a lot more ambient almost.
It's
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
mellow here and there, and some songs are a bit more heavy, and some songs are a bit less.
Hmm.
Talking about that, I think is your second song on the split, in the Recluse of Irrecognizable Stupidity. That song sounds, even if it's still a very hard song, but it sounds like much. How do I call it? It's like it's not as angry as the other songs.
It's a bit more progressive.
It has to be angry. It's like industrial.
It's
and
I would say that in the Recluse of Incorrigible Stupidity, I mean, this is going to sound a little bit dismissive, but it's not, because I really love that song. But it was written during our production of Dust of Obscure Devastation. so that song was more or less written for that album. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like a leftover song from that
Alright.
period.
Yeah, we actually had like 5 songs that we had written during the Dust period, which they kind of made like a Dust 2.0. Those songs,
Yeah.
and Constant State and Recluse were both part of that. So yeah, it's a bit different than the direction we're now taking, which you hear in the latter songs of the EP.
I wouldn't even say 2.0. I would just say like it's like more like Dust 1.5 or something.
Yeah, it's basically a clone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we didn't continue on like that, because I think we would have gotten really stuck in that writing style. And
You did say that was like a little bit too complicated, no? The
Recluse is a bitch to play. Recluse
It's
is
not too
definitely the
complicated,
hardest
but
song
it's-
to
It's
play.
complicated, yeah.
It's very complicated. It's it's very much a typical Rachel song.
Typical. Here we go.
No, it's
I don't know. What is a typical Rachel song?
well, you do like to put in a lot of time signatures.
Yeah.
and fucky riffs, and which is definitely good, especially like she's really good at writing those just chuggy, weird ass rhythm death metal riffs, and that's really what I love. But it needs to be balanced
we
out a
have to
little
learn
bit.
new shit. We have to
They can play a little.
be busy.
And but I do, in that regard, I do think we're going in the right direction, because we have a nice balance between a little bit more black metal-ish stuff and a little bit more straight on stuff and complicated weird stuff.
If I can revisit Nora's question, just like for like a split second,
Sure.
if I can mention my main inspiration for writing the guitar parts in Journey, I would say I was mostly inspired, especially for obviously in the third and fourth songs. Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Continue. On.
Especially the third and fourth songs, I was mostly inspired by Florida death metal. So lots of Morbid Angel, Deicide, maybe even some like earlier Cannibal Corpse here and there. Like that's those sorts of like riffs, the really heavy, brutal, in your face, chucking riffs. Like they don't chuck too much, but just.
It's a balanced chug.
Yeah, it has to sound like a
Not
full
in
writing.
straightforward 4 quarters.
It's actually the way it should sound. Lately there is too much shit going on with all these gent, and everybody's trying to be creative and very progressive, and just doing a 15-minute solo with a lot of breakdowns, and I say, fuck you, people want to have fun. We don't want to go to a math
Well,
class.
depends on your definition of fun, I guess.
Right.
One thing
So,
that I
No, but I have been in this math metal and gent bands, and it's like, oh my god, compared to them, Dream Theater are just like fucking power metal. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like, are you fucking done already with the solo? Because you haven't played like 20 minutes now, or feels like it. So
what I have to say,
move
by the
on,
way,
man. It's like, fuck off, move on.
one thing that I consistently try to avoid in my writing, and also for the split, is I try to avoid making it really bouncy, because I really the metalcore-ish styles is not really my thing, and it's really easy, in my opinion, when you're writing metal guitars, it's really easy to fall back into that really bouncy, because it's really easy to write, you know. And it sounds really dismissive, but you know, but
No, it's not.
really easy.
It's true. It's true. It's real.
Yeah, it's really easy to write like really bouncy riffs, and it's like, but whenever that it does come up, I'm like, no, I can't do that. We need, you know, it's
Come
just.
on, jump, jump.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, it's a very
I don't
good
like breakdowns. at all.
Jump.
It's a very
I
good
see what you mean.
example of that.
But on the
And
other
that's
hand,
it. Arch enemy.
you don't need to. You don't.
Oh, Arch enemy, Jesus.
There is a very good example because Angela Gossow was a death metal singer, and when she sings, when you see her gigs, when she was the vocalist of Arch Enemy, it was like, yeah. And I have been live. I have been seeing them live with Angela, and she just blew you away. It's just like, damn. Now, what's the name of the other one? Alisa something, wow, blah blah something. You can hear that she comes from the metalcore. You can fucking hear that because there is not even the half of power in her voice than it was in Angela's, and that's I think that's a little bit what you are saying when you got something that is so easy, and that's a reason why there is so many metalcore bands coming out these days. Because it's adaptable, is something that's fairly easy to play, and it's something that will reach a lot of audience. So that's what they are looking for now. They are not looking to be innovative anymore or bringing something that real matters. It's just like, we're gonna bring this because it sells.
But it's also an easy progression when you're writing riffs, and you're really struggling, or usually you're struggling to come up with like something that fits, you know, something that really fits like the song you're writing for. And it's really easy to just be like, oh well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna play the same riffs, but I'm gonna minimize it, and I'm gonna play it slower, you know, and it's gonna sound like it's a breakdown, you know, and it's just so fucking easy, and it's just, and yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds, it sounds brutal maybe the first time you hear it, you know, like if you're 14 and you have no.
I think that's kind of the issue with metalcore, is that it's been done too much. But like when I heard it the first time, I've heard some metalcore bands that I felt like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool, but it gets a little bit stale after a while. That's of course personal opinion and stuff. Like, you know, if you like metalcore, have fun.
It's an opinion that hurts a lot of people. This opinion hurts a lot of people because there is something that you can say. You cannot speak badly about metalcore bands because
I can't speak from
2 million 15-year-old girls jumping on your back if you say that Bullet for My Valentine sucks. Which does.
Well, yeah, but
you get the same thing from Justin Bieber. So.
If I can be just really objective, and I'm a musical omnivore, so I don't really rag on people for liking different genres. It's more like, for example, if I have to name like a really good metalcore group, I would have to name Chimera. That's a really good group. They're undeniably metalcore, but they do write their songs pretty well, and they have structures as well. It's really good. It's like it's borderline death metal, but
What do you call it, Camaro?
Chimera.
Right.
Also, sorry.
I guess I
Leon's
can go
mic is still
with
muted.
Devil Driver as a metalcore-ish band that I can take. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but the most of metalcore and new metal and everything that got a core.
I shared it. I shared it on the group.
In my opinion, they just can go suck some dick or something, man. Because
well, you know, if you're into that.
You know.
Wow.
Did I put you on the spot?
If you're into that. I see Leon having the time of his life, by the way, but I can't hear him.
I can't hear him. Did you mute yourself?
Is it muted for you too?
Yeah, it is muted for me too.
Yeah, like I was like, why can't I hear him? Leon, fix your microphone.
Oh well.
I think the gods have come down and say, "Tell that guy to shut the fuck up."
Yes, so, like that guy needs to go to bed and
Yeah, go sleep,
Well,
drunk.
sleep away his drunkenness.
The Skype gods are angry with him.
Bill Gates has had enough.
What I like about our music, is it's very complicated, but it does have a flow.
Yes, I have.
It's not too complicated, so that you don't break your neck when you're headbanging or so. You have to be able to do something.
Yeah.
I have been with you guys in the rehearsal room and referring to what the father is saying. I've seen you drumming, man, and it's quite impressive. It's a lot of speed. It's also and at some point it's also very technical. And I have seen you breaking in sweat just being there in the rehearsal room. So that kind of tells also a bit about the intensity that are put specifically now on the drums, because it was when I was there. It's like you can feel it. I don't know how to say it differently. You can feel it. It's like
I'm not.
yeah, this
just
guy
a
is working for it. He's working for it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal drums is.
It has to do
exercise.
something for me. I'm not just a listener. I'm more of a doer. I'm always in the pit, in the circle pit, or on stage diving and shit. When I can do anything with it, then it sucks.
Yeah.
It becomes boring.
Like Meshuggah, I've seen Meshuggah live, and it doesn't do nothing for me. It's nice to have it on the radio at home or so, but live it doesn't do anything for
Oh
me.
yeah, I can definitely vibe to Meshuggah, but
Yeah.
I see what you mean. I don't think I'd like it live either.
I can do anything with it when they play live or so.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And
Yeah.
I have to have something to feel live.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to have the connection, and that's I think people ask me why I like metal. Why did I choose to become a metal vocalist? And it's because metal does something with you, especially the bands that you love. When you are listening to it, it's like something got into you, and the moment that you are watching a gig, it's like you are in complete ecstasy, and it's what you say. You start jumping from the stage or crowd surfing or whatever, and when the gig is over, and you go back to your tent or your car or wherever, and you are thinking about it, it's like fuck. I just have put my problems aside, and for like a couple of hours I was completely free, and I was just doing what I really like to do, and that's something that you cannot explain that. You gotta feel it, but it's like the problems are like gone, and I'm just here right now.
Yeah,
When we are writing shit, I always think about what can we do with it, and what can the audience do with it.
Yeah, of course, the music needs to connect.
We can write very complicated shit, but I have to feel it. And when I don't have that feel, I say I just say from don't do that or adjust that.
Oh, hey, somebody's mic got unmuted. Hello, Leon. Welcome back.
Let me take 1 minute here to say hello to Rosary from Tonguewitch Dreams. Also from
Can
the
you hear me,
United
man?
States.
Fucker.
Hello.
Thanks for watching.
Engineer's back.
I'm in the flesh, man.
There is a lot of bands from the United States watching tonight.
Come
Cool.
in and
You're in the flesh.
take your flesh or take my flesh.
Oh, look at that. He's back.
Oh no!
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's
Don't
back.
take your flesh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We need your flesh to do vocals.
Thank you.
We need your vocals to be flashy.
Yes.
Oh, by
we
the
need the
way,
Dixie vocals.
I had a question for Prickrott as a whole.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I've been researching a little bit about you, just because for the fuck of it, and I came to Metal Archive, and I saw that when you started, the lyrical themes, it was anti-Christianity and very very black metal stuff, and now it's talking more about nihilism and social issues. So it's a big jump from. Do you see that as a progression from where you started to now, or is more like we just done with that stuff and we are gonna do this now?
Yeah, it felt like a natural progression, just as
Yeah.
we went from we went basically from gore grind to black metal. And
That's where our name came from, right?
yeah, the original name came from just like
We are,
gore grind.
I must say you, because I invented the name, but I wasn't in the band,
No,
just yet.
no, you had different applications in Death Squad, I think.
Yeah, but the band Prickrott was intended to be a gore grind band, so I came up with a name, and pretty soon after it became more of a black metal-ish band.
Yeah. Basically, we couldn't. We released. I think I told the story partially previous PrickCast, but I'll just briefly summarize it. We released a split album, which was like ridiculous amounts of bands. By bands, I mean people with a copy of Fruity Loops making garbage gore grind, and yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And we were part of that, and I think it was called like Brain Fluid. It was called Brain Fluid Cocktail. I'm pretty sure. So, and it's still floating around somewhere. If you can get a copy of that, you can call yourself very lucky. And also, you can ponder about why you have a CD full of garbage. But yeah,
She's playing a little bit of music.
Yeah. I think I do have some actually of that time period.
I'm playing right now. So we're playing right now, Perception, man.
But we're gonna do that later.
Yes.
But
Okay, here it is.
what was I gonna say? Damn it, Leon. oh yeah, I was gonna say
Later, Leon. Later.
Come on.
Okay.
We did that split, and after that we were like, okay, now we need to come up with like our own demos, like just for ourselves. And we were like really struggling to come up with original material, because when you just make stuff for like a split, we had like 1 or 2 songs, I think, and they were like short as shit, and it was just random garbage we made. But like when we were put on the spot to actually make material for ourselves, we were like, this isn't really where our passion lies, and we were like, the songs that we were creating were actually a lot more evil sounding. So basically what I said was like, okay, we can do 2 things. We can either call it quits here and maybe start a different band, or we can just switch genres and try something a little bit more akin to black metal, because that seemed to be a more obvious choice back then, because it sounded a lot more evil, more, just more atmospheric and more haunting,
Yeah, I will also say that it sounds more mature.
into much more better stuff. Because
Oh yeah,
you
absolutely.
transcend it into something you're actually like, but also more technical, more thoughtful, and you just transcend it into something really
more
fucky thing, and it's really
more thoughtful. It
I-
definitely is the good word for it.
But it shows someone because I'm with Prickrott for almost 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
And I have to explain how music. What the? I say okay. It's metal, but it's not what you are going to expect from metal.
Oh yeah.
And it's fucky.
No, definitely not.
It's fucky.
Fucky wucky. Ooh.
I don't know. I don't.
Unexpected, and it's fucking great.
I don't. It is very fun. I do see what you're saying, but at the same time, I like, especially for like our new split, I don't really write the songs to be that fucky anymore. I do want them like.
Thank God you don't.
I think something like Perception, for example, is like very much something a death metal fan can enjoy. I don't think it's like
especially
really out there.
in the fourth song on our split.
Yeah.
Funny story here. You wanted to promote the split through black metal promotion, and I
that fell through.
I told you this is not black metal. I'm telling you, we are not black metal, but you had black metal in your previous albums, but not in this one. This one is closer to death metal.
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
You found that out when the guy from Black Metal Promotion told you, like, I promote black metal, but this is not black metal, so I cannot really.
Well, he didn't say that. He said he didn't like it, or he said he didn't think it would fit with the rest of his channel. So
yes.
Yeah, well, basically that's the same thing with fancier words.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
Actually, it's no biggie, but it talks a little bit about how you sound. Actually, on the
that is a problem we encounter a lot. Is because we have so many styles and genres in the music. Is that we kind of are in between everything. So labels and reviewers and promotion teams like Black Metal Productions kind of tend to say no because it's too much of it is the thing they are looking for, but it's also all the other things they're not looking for, and that does create a little bit of an friction for
and that's what
getting the music out.
Talking about just now about the metalcore thing.
Yeah.
This is not easy, but because for Von Mollestein it's exactly the same. By the way, let me take the opportunity to say hello to Duncan Wald in Nijmegen. He's watching.
Hello, Duncan Wald. Nice to have you on the other side, at least.
Yes. hopefully, Mr. Cougar here isn't jinxing it. You have to reprimand him later.
Duncan Wald is like, why are you saying these things?
Yes. What are you doing? You're messing everything up.
But what you were saying, I can relate to also a lot, because for us it's the same. I mean, we are a metal band, but we are not a metal band. We are an agrotech band, but we are not an agrotech band. So we mix a lot of things together also. We mix punk and black metal and some death metal and industrial, and people actually look at it and listen to it and say, fuck man, it sounds really good, but it's also a complicated mix, and that was what I was talking about metalcore. It's so fucking simple. We'll listen to it and say, yeah, it's cool. That's why.
It's cool.
I don't want to.
One thing to say is we don't care about labels. Fuck.
Oh no, fuck that. Fuck labels.
Fuck it.
I only know two
do
labels.
what you
I like things or I
think
dislike things.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good
same.
one.
Who cares?
I like too many
Do
things
what
anyways,
one
so
thinks.
it makes it really hard to
If
keep
you
track of
like
labels.
it,
I only know two labels:
we
like or dislike. That's it.
Yeah, 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 that's a good one.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
we
That,
You know?
There's also a third label, it's called Fuck You.
fuck you.
You know
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
funny?
that
I only have
I
two
was,
fingers. I want to have.
I was reminded of something. We have
Fuck you.
there's
we
a
do what we want to do. And
Yes, we do.
Yes.
what everyone else thinks.
so I actually
So my cat says,
we have a
fuck you.
plugin that we use, and this plugin we use for a lot of like hardcore techno kicks. I think you
Oh, you mean bass drum murder?
yes.
Yeah.
And I donated to them because we used it for a lot of things, and also for like different things like effects and like synthesizers. We used it in lots of different ways, and
Yeah,
so
that's
I
great,
donated to
yeah.
them, and basically you can get like registered for that, and it was very basic.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah.
and basically, I just messaged the creator back and forth a little bit because they were like, he was creating it with like one other person, and they were both into like hardcore techno, you know, the Gabbar music. And basically, he messaged me, and he was saying like, "Oh shit, I just noticed that you're in like a metal band," and he was like, "Oh, this actually means a lot to me because we actually love metal a lot." And I wasn't. He was like,
Oh, that's cool.
"Yeah,
That's
we
cool.
don't expect metal bands to use a plugin like this, you know." And he was like, "So, yeah, he thought it was really cool." Just
Yeah,
to,
it's not really tailored towards metal.
no,
It's
but
very much.
But
Well.
it just goes it does go to show that like a lot of like extremities do kind of meet together in that
that's
sense,
always
you know.
the case. It's always
Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, extreme metal with extreme electronic music.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Agree.
Do you like electronic music? Anybody?
I
yeah.
was to very hardcore
Oh, nice.
back in the days with Gabbar music and stuff.
Oh wow.
Me too.
Just
Yeah, Rachel was really big.
extensively. I was like, no hair.
But like EBM industrial.
I can't imagine that. Like the engineer
No,
bald.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Imagine him being bald and without a beard.
Yeah, I
Like-
don't
like-
want to do that. I don't want to do that. I mean,
Yeah,
I thought
that was
Oh,
like the highs of 90s, man.
Sometimes I love to dance on EBM or that kind of shit, and Morticia.
Oh yeah.
Rachel knows, yeah.
Yeah, Morticia is
Yes,
pretty
I
cool.
do.
Yeah.
It's Gothic EBM party. I fucking love that. It's fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
Gothic music is pretty cool in general.
I loved it the most when Eric Slim played.
But it has to be hard, you know.
It has to be hard.
fucking
Yeah,
heavy.
that's also what I think about Prickrott. It has to be hard.
Yeah,
It
it has to be fucking
brutal.
brutal. And like that kick,
It's
that
a
kick
big
needs to
fucking
be.
hell. No God.
No god,
No,
no
no.
master.
When it comes to
Upon
electronic
you,
music, it's mostly just the really calm atmospheric stuff for me,
Wow.
actually.
uh,
Which is a really weird contrast to what we do as with Prickrott.
What do you think of like EBM then, or hardcore techno?
Don't really care for it, actually.
Whoa!
Yeah, it
Alright,
depends. It
alright,
really depends on the
alright.
track. Like, I don't want to make
I like Von Mollestein too much.
like Von Mollestein is a prime example. I do like Von Mollestein, not to lick your boot here, but like you.
I have to admit, I don't like everything from Mollestein. The more mellow things, with only the keys.
Yes, I know. That's
The,
why
the
that's
guitar,
why we are kind of getting
the
rid
more brutal
of those.
things. That's what gets me going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why we are now moving towards more guitar influenced work, and we are leaving obviously the keyboards there because that's part of the identity.
Keyboards are
But-
okay, but not as
The keyboards are
as
really
the main
cool,
instrument.
to be honest.
Keyboards are good for
I know what you're
additional.
saying. I know what you're saying, and actually, I've got a lot of people telling me that it's like when you guys play songs like "Run Little Rabbit," it sounds just a straight fucking metal. It's a
Yeah,
metal
yeah,
band.
that's really cool.
It's fucking nice. But when you play something like "Party Downstairs," for some people it's like, oh cool, but for other people it's like a little bit of oh damn. So that's
Yeah,
why
it's like it's like if somebody comes into the room and they just like and you have like a really cool brutal song where you're dancing and then suddenly they turn it down, you know, and it's like
Poof.
and then you just go to the bar and have a drink, and it's not bad music per se.
Yeah.
You're still listening to it, but you're not there to experience it anymore, and that's kind of sad, I guess.
And
And,
I think
That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah.
yeah, now that's
I
just a
think,
risk, I guess.
I think you can listen to that change if you listen to Fistful of Mental, and you listen now to the Split. You can hear the difference. You can hear what I'm talking about.
I still
the
really
difference
love your music,
between
honestly.
The tracks.
I
These 4 tracks that we did, I think they are the most brutal tracks that we
oh
have
yeah,
created.
definitely, really
What,
hard hitting.
Dunkelwald is actually really good at making really unsettling riffs. Like the riff work in the Split is really superb. Like
Yeah,
it's a very it kind of like meanders between death metal and black metal a lot,
Yes.
and it gives a very very unsettling atmosphere combined with all those synthesizers. I think that's a really golden combo.
I don't wanna. I
Really.
don't wanna.
Yeah, that's he can do it, but he doesn't do it all the time. That's thingy, I guess.
Oh.
I'm hearing the
There we
battle
go.
of the
We
Lost.
have more background music.
More background
Cool.
music. Archie,
We'll listen to those tracks in a bit too.
Sorry.
Yes, yes, I know you're excited. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could do a track now. I was gonna do Perception. I think.
Yes, cool.
Nothingness.
yeah, I'm thinking if I wanted to add to that.
Better sound than me.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I think I don't want to like. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I think I might have had a bit of a hand in like getting Von Mollestein to sound a little bit more metal, because like I basically when I talked to Walter at like several occasions, I basically did tell him like like you should do this and like tone this down and do this, like I did tell him like
Your band needs to sound like this. Yeah.
I did basically tell him like
Less keys, more guitar.
yeah. And I did tell him that the guitar parts that he writes are really fucking good. Like
Yeah,
for real.
I know.
I think he's
it's really good shit.
I think he's a really good guitar player, and I don't mean guitar player because then you think like, oh no, solos, like blah, 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 blah. No, I mean just like the really hard hitting riffs, the riff based songs, and I just want to hear more of that. That's the thing. It's not that the rest sucks. It's just that I want to hear more of the cool riffs. That's the.
I always think about keys are additional. Guitar is. Master.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Well, it depends on what kind of sound and vibe you're going
Yeah.
for.
It's funny.
Well, as
it
a
depends.
generalization.
I do think it really works for Von Mollestein to have dominant synths as well, like
Yeah.
because the synthesizer programming is really good too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
it's
It's
good,
really
but
good
it's
sounds.
We sat down at our studio once, and we were talking about which direction we want to go, because we have been talking about this obviously as well. And actually, at first, we said like we're gonna make another project besides Von Mollestein. We're gonna keep doing what we do with Von Mollestein and do something like more black metal for the new project. But then we thought like, well, Von Mollestein is already something that has been established. We got everything to work with. So what we're gonna do is just put that stuff into Von Mollestein and try to blend it. And that's why if you listen to both albums, it's a difference of night and day.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because the riffs, for example, and also the drums, the programmed drums, for example, and Speak from Hate, I love them. It's like very, very hard hitting.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
riffs,
those were super aggressive.
so
Yeah.
that's the point that we wanted to achieve. And then you got a song like The Ballad of the Lost, which is also guitar based, but it's a bit more atmospherical. So we still have those kind of songs as well, but now it's just like flowing in a line, and that's where we were actually looking for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, linking those different styles together, like what we talked about earlier. Like
Yes.
instead of having different ideas stitched together with duct tape, we get a continuous flowing song. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
Oh,
I really like that blend. Honestly, I mean that's what got me interested in doing the split in the first place. So yeah, I'm glad you you're
make a
gonna
good team.
continue. You're gonna continue that style with Von Mollestein, because I do think it would be a real shame to let that go. I mean, the entire vibe is just. It's kind of it kind of reminds me of Dunkelwald's other project. What was it called?
Unbearable
Walter-
Evil?
Several. Donkerwald, Immerkalt, Walter, the
Walter.
Unbearable Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah, Walter
that
the
one.
Unbearable
Yeah.
of Evil. Yeah.
That one, yeah. It kind of reminds me of that, except just a bit more refined, I guess. And yeah, I have to say that the song with like the from the split with like the really heavy pounding drums, it kind of reminded me of Control Human Delete, which is sort of like which is also like a Dutch band. And they also, there's like industrial black metal, and they also employed drums in that way. Like they programmed it in just ridiculous ways, you know, like ridiculously fast and such, to create that aggressive sensation.
Can I
Yeah.
add something to that?
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
creating your own sound, because they this kind of stuff they did it in the 90s, like they did with Fear Factory,
Mhm.
but you're I like the idea, and just go together and then play the guitar, play this, but yeah, you have to know that in the 90s when
Then
Fear Factory did this bloody things too, right? So
Yeah.
you should not copy,
Yeah.
please. And
Simon.
we
Yeah.
have to do fucky things, please.
Definitely.
Fucky.
This
Always
fucky things. And not
Yeah, you have to do interesting.
like, oh, this is the people. This is the sound people like. You're going to do what the sound what people don't like. Fuck you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you need to stand your ground. That's also what I intend to
Yeah.
Then
Do your thing.
Otherwise, I'm out. Okay.
do.
You're
I
cool.
mean,
You're cool. So
it's just difficult to get on board with any like labels, because like music in general these days is just so and I hate to say it because it's almost like a cliche in and of itself just to complain about the music scene at this point. But like, it's like the way it's organized is just like every metal producer and every metal sign and every metal club and every metal like record label, they all have like they work within their own friend groups, their own little niche, they build up their own little clubhouse, and it's just it annoys the crap out of me, you know. It's the same with like when you speak to shit like, you know, this
You have to be friends with friends and friends and shit.
yeah, it's like the thing with black metal promotion.
It's
and
kind of a clique. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, well, I don't think it suits, you know. It just doesn't suit my channel. Who the fuck cares if it suits your channel or not, you know? Like, it's just
We don't suit anything.
do you want to promote metal? Yes, okay. Then why doesn't it fit? It's just such an arbitrary thing that people need to do these trendy things, you know. Like it needs to these black metal dudes.
Things happen.
Yeah.
And so as well.
And in that regard, whenever people talk about black metal and they say like, well, my black metal sign is the most black metal thing that there is. No, black metal is absolutely fucking dead in that regard. It's dead and buried.
I like
It's dead and fucking buried.
What's most popular? Fuck you with your popular fuck
Yeah,
you.
but because like black metal as a concept nowadays, I mean, it is still just a style.
It's
but
very popular. It's very popular.
Yeah, as a style, it's popular. But
No.
like as a
Popular,
genre,
Very
it's
well
just-
refined.
It's not very popular because of the atmosphere.
Yes,
Yeah,
both,
black
yes.
metal concerts
should be
are
organized.
It creates an emotion
Really
and
funny.
it creates a
It
response.
smells like my ass.
But it's like
Metal.
when people black metal was never
It's
meant
fun.
to be trendy, you know. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of like that was kind of like,
But
you know,
There are so
when the
many-
genre
there's So
started.
many negative atmospheres in black metal. I don't like that kind of shit.
No, me neither. Obviously, fuck
I
that.
know what you're
But-
saying, Ronnie.
And
I
it's
mean-
not. It's
I
not
like
for
the
nothing that
black metal. I
black
like
metal
to
can
go to concerts.
play on Obscene Stream just because of the atmosphere. The only,
Those
only
who
black
there
metal
are morons. Even
who
more morons.
has played this and on the track because they don't take black metal serious.
Yeah.
And our class is great.
Well,
Yeah, but
course.
they don't take the black metal scene serious. There are
Not serious.
positive atmosphere.
No.
Yeah, but because ironically, if you don't take the black metal scene seriously as like, you know, as a club, then ironically you're being outcasted, you know, you're being cast aside, even though you're the least trendy person around, you know. You're just bucking the trend like you should with this type of music. If you create black metal, you should not follow trends. That's not being negative, I don't
Fuck
think.
black
That's
metal. Fuck black metal.
okay,
Fuck
guys,
you.
I have a
not
question for
Fuck
you
True
Oh,
metal.
shit.
for
Go for
both
it.
bands, for Prickrott and Von Mollestein.
Yes.
I have Rosary 505 asks, do you all have issues finding people who can mix or master your unique sound?
Mm.
You wanna go first or
Well,
shall I?
Oh, well, I'll let you go.
well,
Becky.
in Prickrott's case,
Answer that.
it's me. So we, it's okay. Well, I guess I'll just talk from my experience mixing and mastering Prickrott. Is that it is very diverse in terms of sounds. You have lots of layered vocals in all sorts of styles, clean, grunts, screams, biggies, you name it. We have synthesizers, we have samples, then we have some guitars and bass and drums. All in all, you get like a huge layering of various sounds that all need to fit, and that's definitely difficult to get right.
Can I point something out, by the way? For this split release, we used no triggers. No triggers on the drums. It's all natural.
We got very ballsy and decided to go au natural.
Yes.
We definitely did not make things easier for ourselves with recording split. We did everything ourselves. We recorded the drums ourselves in the practice space. Same for the guitar, vocals. Well, bass could record here at home. So it was a lot of hard work. So yeah, we did everything ourselves, but I can imagine finding someone who is comfortable mixing all those different styles together.
Or just
kinda
compress the shit out of
doozy.
it.
Yeah.
Just go the Mick Kenny route and just.
Yeah, I was
compress
gonna
the
say
shit.
I know Mick Kenny. He has experience mixing electronic music and black death metal together because Analafrak. But yeah,
Just
think it would be
brickwall the shit out of it.
I think it would be quite hard to find someone who really knows to take the best points of every style, the best sounds, and mix them together into a cohesive thing. A lot of studios are either specialized in death metal or black metal or whatever, which is understandable. But when you have such a mix, such a blend, it does get a little bit harder. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
This is also in our previous album, Dust of Obscure Devastation. We went to a studio, but it doesn't quite fit our needs. So therefore we did it ourselves.
Yeah, for Dust. We hired Dirty Bird to handle the drums, and not to throw shade at him, but he's a good sound engineer and he does good job for thrash metal and that more like raw guitar-based stuff.
Death metal.
Yeah, old school death metal, that kind of stuff. He does that really well, but that's not what we are. So, and that was very much noticeable in how the drums turned out. In the end,
we are a bit too complex in that.
Yeah, our sound is not old school death metal or thrash metal.
Yeah.
I think
that's not what we are.
in the case of
that didn't blend
Mollestein,
well.
what you were talking about, and I agree with that. Some of the things that you got to look for as a mixer producer is somebody who understands your music actually. If somebody don't understand what you are trying to say, then it's not gonna work. It's just like that. So it's difficult to find somebody when you got such a wide range of styles and stuff. So it's easier actually to do it yourself because you know what you want to do. And if you are in love and you find somebody who actually say, okay, I can work with this, then then it's for the best. But like you were saying, it's difficult.
In my previous band, Death Squad, we had a sound engineer who mixed it at too low sound. When you play the CD,
oh yeah, I definitely remember that.
Quarter of a round to play that. It's too soft.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. It's just finding the right people and this is also for the new bands are gonna start now. If you have a unique sound and you don't want that sound to be adulterated in any way, and you cannot find somebody to do the mixing, production, and all the stuff related to the creation of music, just do it yourself.
Yeah, have full control. Yeah.
Have fun and have the full control.
Easier said than done. Yeah.
Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
There is something
We are lucky that
somebody is gonna be fucking with you telling you you can put this in or you can put that in. No, then you can put whatever you want. You
Mr. Cougar,
find somebody who understands what you want to do.
Mr. Cougar, were you involved in any way in like the music production or the mixing?
No, I live that part is all Dunkenwald. I obviously have my opinion. So what we do is when Dunkenwald got something, he put something together. He sent it to me. I give it a listen, and then I can say like, all right, I think this part needs a little bit more of this or less that, and that's how we shape it actually. And when it's shaped the way we want it, then it hits the studio. That's a little bit. But in terms of production, mixing, and everything in between that, that's all Dunkenwald.
Leon, are you okay? Are you falling asleep?
Oh, I hadn't even noticed.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? I could go on to an eternity, man.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure he'll be all right. But
Eventually.
Oh,
yeah, eventually he'll be all right. He'll find his way. Don't you guys worry about him.
I think it's the same as how we do it.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's not okay. No. Somebody call 911.
fuck the universe.
Right now? Proper fuck?
Right now, yes.
One final thought I had about mixing and mastering your stuff yourself versus letting a sound engineer do it is that you definitely need to find the right person. A really good, well-known example is Cattle Decapitation. They got a really good sound and writing style once they got Dave Otero, their current sound engineer, on board. That made a big change for them, and they really settled into like a very definitive style. So if you have a guy like that who really thinks along with the band, you know, who really absorbs all the material, all the creative output of the band, and you know, does something with it that is the band's vision, and even boosting it a little bit with their own, that can work out really well. But
yeah, a good producer is like half the
a
deal.
good producer can make a big difference.
That's also a thing when you have your own sound engineer for live gigs.
Yeah, same thing. If you have a good engineer on the soundboards and live gigs, that can make a big difference. I've seen many YouTube videos of live shows, also of big festivals. Wacken is especially one that comes to mind, that the in-house sound engineer just screws up the sound.
Yeah. But mostly the headliner gets the best sound. But
is it on purpose, you think?
It's on purpose, yeah.
I do wonder.
The headline has to sound better than the previous bands. But
I think so too. Yes.
That's so fucking dumb.
With my previous band, that's what we had a sound engineer in the last few years, and that improves a lot of our live performances.
Yeah, especially for monitoring too.
It does so much to your live performance when you have a good sound engineer who understands your music and understands your thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So important to understand what you're doing.
I think the Defiler also remembers our first gigs vividly, and they were.
How could we forget?
It's
could anyone forget?
we had almost zero sound check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
It was just
The only sound check we got was the kick. And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and monitoring was horrible, so we could barely hear ourselves.
It was, I believe, 10 seconds of kick, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was really lackluster, and like
I was playing deaf on the samples, and I thought I had two options: quit or go with it. And I thought, it's our first gig, so go with it.
Yeah, go with the
Go
flow.
with the flow.
yeah,
Even
show
though
must
we
go
didn't
on.
know what the flow was, but
Go with the flow. What flow?
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
your own,
that's
I
What
guess.
samples? I didn't hear any samples.
I think none of us could really hear what was going on and what the other was doing, and that can really, break a live performance, no matter how
I
good the
just
band
played
was.
and I just
I've
hoped
seen-
when I quit, the rest quit. That was about it.
Yeah, that would have been a pity. But I've seen like Leprous, for example, is amazing band live. They play super tight. Like everything they do is amazing. And I've seen a live show of them in which they had a really bad monitoring. Like the sound engineer screwed them over. They couldn't hear themselves playing. I think stuff was broken too. So they kind of just had to, go for it and hope for the best. And even with a band that good, it still got a little sloppy. And they have an amazing vocalist who is absolutely top tier, and he even screwed up a few times. So.
But did they play with samples or?
They two guitarists, bassist, vocalist on keys, one or two drummers, and a whole bunch of samples. So yeah, they definitely have a complex setup too.
that is a problem, because like if for example, if you play in like a thrash metal-ish band or whatever, like if the sound is shit, yeah, it sucks, but you can just continue playing regardless. It doesn't mean that much. You could, you still have your instruments, you still have, basic amplifiers and basic anything.
For
You
a
could
basic
just-
setup, it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But in our case, we do rely heavily on being able to hear each other. But the samples are really important, because we don't have a keyboard player in our band, so
The
we have
samples
to.
don't follow me. I have to follow
Yeah.
the samples.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're very much dependent on, basically on Ronnie hearing the click and sample tracks, because those are pre-programmed. It's just an audio file playing. So if that goes wrong, there is no saving it. we're screwed. We're fucked.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of my first bands in the early 90s. I had a band doing a student play in the Jumbo, Rachel knows.
Yeah.
Oh wow! In a supermarket. What?
No, in the Jumbo.
Oh, you mean the old club in?
Oh, okay. It's in the club.
Jumbo dancing was it?
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't even know the whole song, and I just watched the guitar player and the singer headbang, and then when they headbang, I knew when to change measurements. That
Wow.
was the way I played. One day, changed headbanging, I could change my play.
That's one way
Man,
to
that's
do
a
it.
really archaic method of doing
Yeah.
things.
Do we have a metronome? No, I have headbangers.
Yes. Just
I
what the
just-
vocalist had.
By the way, we have a few more subscribers. I just see on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the madness.
Welcome to the madness. Welcome to the.
Yeah, I was waiting for Leon to show up. I knew he would.
Gentlemen!
Where we're going, we don't need eyes to see.
I think Leon needs a new
Perhaps if you
brain.
get that reference, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I don't know if any of our viewers got that one.
Motherfucker!
I don't think so. I don't think even Ronnie gets that reference.
Would you guys mind if I put on Perception of Nothingness? I need
Yes,
to pee
go for it.
again. I'm sure people want to listen a little bit to the split. We can take a little bathroom break, maybe have some more drinks. Not you, Leon, you've had enough to drink. Oh
Oh shit!
so
Oh, you
angry.
can get it now.
And we'll see you. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Really?
Yes, really. Okay.
No, I get paid for this shit.
Yes. And we can talk a little bit about the music video.
Yes.
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 Okay. This next track is by Prickrott, and it's called A Perception of Nothingness. Enjoy.
What?
And that was A Perception of Nothingness by Prickrott. So let's tune in back to the band. Here is everyone.
Hello.
Yes.
Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Well, almost everyone.
Also, if you have any pets to show off, then now is the time, maybe.
Yes, this is the moment in the stream when we show off all our pets that we don't
Yes.
have because we
Pet
don't have
tags.
any pets.
Pet tags. Yeah, that's why I have to ask you, because I don't have any pets.
We can show Sophie.
Yeah, we can show a friend.
Show
I think
everything
she's
you
just
want,
shy.
man.
Are you our pet?
Aww. Hello. Doggo.
There she is. You're
It's my pet
her.
dog.
That's our pet.
She's a pet. She's very good.
Is that one?
Oh, you are. Just a little
beautiful.
bit.
Alright. Got the cheddar.
Sit down. Go sit down.
Yes, it smells nice. Okay.
Hi. Okay.
So guys,
Oh, yeah.
before the break, to talk a little bit about the video. There's
Yes.
Yes, we still need to talk about the video. Yeah.
Mr. Cougar, since it's a Von Mollestein song, what was the idea behind it? Let's go from there.
The way we do videos, it's and you feature on it. Well, almost all of Prickrott. The engineer wasn't there, sadly, but
God damn it! We are off drinking again.
most of the time, what we do is we make something that looks like a script, then we smoke that one, and then we do the final one. You know, kind of like that.
Interesting.
Please,
when we knew for sure that we wanted Prickrott, they are in full costume, and believe it or not, people who are watching this, we shoot that video in full costume in a public and open graveyard. So
Yeah, that was quite
imagine
something.
the faces of the people when we were walking there with the instruments and shit and the cameras and stuff, walking just
There weren't that many people, though.
a really big what the fuck face for everybody. So the idea was to shoot a video on a graveyard and do a very creepy, the creepiest that we could get, and I think it worked out pretty well. Especially I like all the frames with the defiler when he's coming running towards the camera.
Oh yeah.
And a little bit in slow motion.
Oh yeah, that was a nice
I
track.
think
Yeah.
that one is
That was
fun.
cool.
I love that one. I love that frame.
Same.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well.
Did you? This might come as a surprise, but the defiler actually has 2 parts in it.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Not
Yeah.
much
Double
of
roll.
a surprise.
But
Yeah.
the father is the most sexy man amongst us. So, really.
Wow.
You gotta show him off.
No, not right now, but
No, okay.
I think I need to set YouTube to 18 plus now.
Yes. Go to horny
he
jail.
is the most sexy man in the world. He can do the right thing. Do the right thing. You know?
Oh,
what I
beautiful.
mean? Okay?
So
It's the
I
right,
love
that's
it.
the right thing. I've all made him, man. Oh, man.
oh man. But I think
Let's do it next time in the graveyard, please.
we'll do it in the. Ooh. Well, you heard the man.
I'm not sure if I'll be there next time. It's getting a bit too kinky for me.
Yeah, it's getting
I
getting really
actually
kinky.
gotta add
You're
that-
safe, don't worry.
Okay.
I actually gotta add that a lot of the things that you will see in the video, if you take a look at it, it was at the moment, because we went there, and it's like, all right, what we're gonna do? And for example, the way we present ourselves, that we come out to call it something, and that was just at that moment. It's like, all right, we're gonna do it like this, and pretty much everything that's going on in the video was created right there.
Yeah.
It was not like we got this idea, this is what we want to do. No, it was like we were there like, all right, what the fuck are we gonna do? Listen, I got that idea. This is what we're gonna do. And then some other came and say, no, I think this will be better. And it was a little bit of that, and that's why it's so much fun to do it, because everybody is like, all right, I really want to do this or really want to do that, and then you take the best.
It was very impromptu. I like that too. Yeah. Yeah.
I like when there's no planning. I like chaos.
Well,
I was not there.
I like a little bit of planning.
But I like chaos.
Planned chaos.
I'm really fond of chaos.
I think planned chaos is the best. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I can't wait to see one with the engineer in there. That would be a lot of fun for sure.
Well,
we do need to make a video clip ourselves at some point.
I have some ideas floating around.
Invite me and I can come over, okay?
I have some ideas floating around actually, but
awesome.
we could go over that some other time maybe.
Maybe not spoil things.
Don't spoil. No, but like
spoilers.
I do.
I'm ugly enough.
Nah.
You are definitely prettier with your mask on.
Is that why you're hitting on Ronnie now, or? Just kidding. Just kidding. But
mushrooms or something.
Oh, I do think one thing that was really a bit frustrating was it was a little bit more during the winter times. So the noon or the evening was like setting in, so the sun was going away very quickly. And I remember when we filmed Dunkelwald's bits for that music video, I was assisting with my cell phone.
It's a light.
I just had like my cell phone, and it has a really bright light.
Yeah, and that's how Hollywood works, people.
Yeah.
Here, this is how bright it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really bright. So
we use illuminate ourselves with fucking cell phone.
Yeah, but it works well. It worked actually. I think it worked well for the atmosphere too. In my humble.
And it kind of made him it separated him from the background, and it was a really cool effect. That accidentally happened there.
Yeah, and you can still see some of the graves in the background here and there.
Yeah, it gives like this dark, unsettling vibe, and it works really well for his shots. So it works out sometimes.
Oh, do we want to post a link to that to the music video?
Yeah,
that could be an idea.
I was gonna search for it actually.
Sorry, don't mean to put you on the spot, obviously, but. Mollestein.
Mollestein. Let me just. Microsoft Flight Simulator? What? Wait. Let me just go to Von Mollestein.
Microsoft 95, man.
Oh, there we go.
Microsoft. What?
Okay. I'll put it in the chat. There we go. So people can check it out if they want.
Check it out in the chat, y'all. It's
a pretty cool video clip.
Yeah. So.
I think
most part of Prickrott stars in it. So the defiler, me, the shapeshifter, and the scientist.
The visual level it's one of the coolest, because we have produced already a couple of them, and I think on a production level is gonna be the best one that we did till now. I think, and I don't really like to point the fingers, because to me, all the video clips are worth it to do, but this one, especially because of the faces of the people when we walked in, and just playing music and the what the fuck effect. That's why
I vividly recall this one middle-aged woman with 2 kids who was staring us down as we went to the graveyard. It was on the parking spot in front of the graveyard.
Oh, nice.
And she was staring us down like she just saw some existential horror from another dimension or something. Her face was... I wish I could have taken a picture of that. It was amazing.
It's kind of like the photo shoot.
I
With
like
the,
stories, please.
Oh, like the photo shoot in Germany. Oh, yeah.
Play these
that was
stories
really
on
great.
me and I'll make a story out of it.
Ronnie, I can't hear you.
Text of that.
Yeah, Ronnie's microphone is muted. Whoops.
it's probably been talking like half an hour.
He's just been talking and talking.
Yeah, we can see your beer, Ronnie.
Because I'm very often went to zombie walks.
Yeah.
So people are staring strange at me. Lots of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Rachel, you've been to a zombie walk tour in Arnhem.
Yes, I was. And also a long time ago in Amsterdam. Me and the original founder of Prickrott, the announcer, we were actually interviewed for like Amsterdam TV or whatever. And it was like, we were picked out to be interviewed. And I was like, okay, well, we were both a little bit drunk. So we were just walking there, and I saw the cameraman just walking around. He was looking for zombies to interview. And so I was going there, and it was like, yeah, pick me, come over here, I'll have something to say. And like he turned around, and like I got the light of the camera in my face, and I was kind of like, and then I just, did like a bit of a story about like, well, we're here to fucking chaos.
That was Amsterdam Zombie Walk 2006.
But I was really young back then, so.
Stage fright at the beginning.
The very first zombie walk in the Netherlands.
Oh yeah, you were correct.
2006 it was.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's ways back. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm old.
I was small.
That was a lot of fun though, to be fair. And
After that, I went to a few zombie walks in Arnhem.
Oh yeah.
I went to a few zombie walks in Amsterdam for the preview of Land of the Dead, and that's where it all started.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. It was like a
That's where it
promotional
started,
thing.
yeah.
And
The promotional thing from for Land of the Dead.
yeah. Remember?
That's pretty cool.
One thing I remember of the Amsterdam zombie walk was that you didn't really need to like buy a ton of makeup. You could just so they organized everything in like in a bar, in a pub, and so we went there and everyone was just plowing on makeup and everything. And I was just like, me and the announcer back then, we were just kind of walking around, and I was just like going like, yo, that's pretty cool. And then they would reply to me going like, hey, want some too? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like they had this gray stuff that would make your hair look like it's all
the
rotten and shit.
Nice.
And it was like, hey, want some of this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, put it on. And they would shit and put it on, and at the end that looked like a zombie. Yeah.
There is a funny story. There is a funny story.
The organization was a bit peculiar though.
Oh?
I heard it. I saw it on the teletext previous, and then we went to Amsterdam.
Uh-huh.
And with the announcer and you, we went to Amsterdam, and when we were there, nobody knew about the whole announcing of the zombie walk.
Oh yeah.
And there was a bar on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
And they said, come on. I got a place when you want to put on some makeup for some zombie walk. Come here. We went to
Just
the.
organize it yourself.
Yeah,
He,
Do it yourself, people.
yeah, DIY.
DIY.
They thought it was organized by the FFF, but the FFF didn't even know about the whole thing, and the bar on the other side said I'm open, so come here, apply your makeup and we went to the other side, and we went to our makeup. I applied latex. Other people applied wax on their faces, and
Leon?
we got a beers.
Leon, I think you have your mic still on. Music.
There is also a story of Von Mollestein when we went to play the Momfest, and obviously for me it takes longer to get ready, because today I'm very it's just half of my attire, but if I have to go on stage, there is a lot more. So I roughly need like an hour to get ready before I can hit the stage. Dunkelbad just put his jacket and his cap, and he's good to go.
Yeah, he already does his makeup beforehand.
Some slides are previous.
The first gig we did, he also do makeup and shit, but after that he said, I'm not gonna do it again because it's too much work. So he just don't do it. But, it reminds me what the shapeshifter was saying now, and it was the announcer of the Momfest. It was a really cool guy, but he came, I think every 4 minutes he came in. Are you ready now? And I say, no, I'm not fucking ready. I told you I need like an hour. Yeah, but it's almost time. And I said, dude, we play on 7:30. It is 6. So relax. It will be a good. So every 4 minutes, that guy was coming in.
Annoying.
My blood pressure, like to the point of fuck off already. I'm not fucking done. Yeah, but it takes so long.
Do your own stuff.
Just leave me.
Yeah, that does make it a little bit stressful.
That's it.
No.
There was also a funny story to. Yeah, now I see as a funny story. Back then it was just fucking annoying.
Yeah. I do like the ritual
was in
of
Spain,
putting on the
that was in
outfits and
Netherlands.
stuff.
Or what?
Sorry?
My main issue is my headphone, my
Oh yeah.
earplugs and shit.
I think the Defiler mostly needs a lot of blood.
Yeah, blood.
lots and lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
I really like that about the.
There is always,
needs a lot of
on
blood.
Facebook.
Blood.
There is always that picture of it is the time again. When you see him there, and the whole fucking water is turning red. I mean, like fucking red is like a fucking bloodbath. And
Yeah, it's like
they are like, man, this is comfortable.
it's like the elevator scene in The Shining.
Yeah, basically.
Then I had to the.
Shit, call me
And I
in.
don't need to have to tape my sticks, but because my sticks are sticky with the blood.
Yeah, you just need fake blood, yeah. Fine.
Yeah,
Or real
that-
blood,
that's-
maybe. Tum.
Mostly from my index finger. When I hit my index finger to the snare drum.
Oh yeah. You hurt
So
yourself.
real
pretty
blood
bad,
then it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I gotta mix it in a little, you know.
Nice.
It's all my always my index
All
finger.
my blood and my
gets
fuel and my
against the snare drum.
and the
metal.
white stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I really like that about the recent pictures. Just that, like, you could just see the mask is kind of peeled off, and you could just see lots of blood underneath. I fucking love that. It's so fucking brutal.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
broken
awesome.
mask really worked
It's
out.
awesome.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always blood.
I think I need to cut the mask again.
You need to piece it together again.
I
Face.
I think how we did the shoot with Soya, with the chin
Mm-hmm.
all off. I think that's the best way to go.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the skin like hanging off your
Yeah,
face.
the whole
Yeah.
chin.
I need a lot of blood though.
Yeah, you do need more blood to mask it off, but
Yeah.
well, I don't think that matters much.
And the funny thing about the weird mask also is that a lot of people are asking you after it was there at the Monfest. The one girl just jumped into stage and she started hugging me and shit for some reason. And at the end, I got out of costume and I was walking around and I was wearing the Von Mollestein shirt, as only Duncanwald and myself were wearing those shirts. And she recognizes me and she came and started talking to me, and there were a group of friends of her as well. And the question they all asked was, "Why are you wearing a mask?" I said, well, we play weird music. I like to look weird, and also I have a stage fright at some point.
Yeah.
So I need to be somebody else on stage, and I think they were left.
Oh.
They were expecting a very.
You need to come to a
Sorry, people.
sometime.
That's the answer.
Sorry, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And Loco,
Go on.
Loco, you need to go to Obsidian Stream.
I have seen it. I have seen it
In
on,
Obsidian Stream?
on
We
YouTube.
all have wearing
It
masks.
looks like a lot of fun.
We all wearing masks. And
And
nobody
you know
asked
something I
why
like
we wearing
about
masks.
it is that there are grindcore bands talking about the nastiest shit ever made, but
They don't
everybody
know
there
shit.
is like a
Don't
punching
understand
unicorn.
Sometimes we only wear masks and nothing else.
and wearing,
I-
and wearing tutus and shit. So
My main gripe is that
Fucking
like
hell.
if I need to explain this, I mean I've been asked this before for like interviews. My main thing is that I just fucking hate humans, and I can't stand how humans look. I fucking hate how humans look. And like especially if you're like playing live, and if you have like a death metal vocalist, they look fucking ridiculous. They look like fucking apes just going like. It looks fucking dumb. I can't stand
Go
it.
on, go on.
And so like if I have to go on stage, I'd rather just look like something more alien, if that makes sense. I just don't like the look of like.
it does. It
I
does.
just
It
don't
does
like the
make
look
sense.
of
And
human.
at the end of the day,
Either.
you are like me. You wanna be somebody else on stage.
Yeah, at least well,
Somebody else on stage.
at least to serve the music.
Yes.
Yeah,
And surface
that
of
part is really important for me. But for me, it's two parts really. First, what Loco said. I also have quite a bit of stage fright. I don't handle crowds well, so having like this outfit and a mask puts me in the mindset of this persona. That's this fictional character basically. And that way I can really make the switch to just express myself and let loose without any nerves. And that really helps for me. On the other part, it's really the complete picture live. You have the music, but that's one part of the experience, but you also need to have a visual addition to that to make a complete experience. And I really think that's really cool to have like a complete package of what you hear, what you feel, and what you see being one.
That's also why I became a drummer. So I can hide behind my drum kit and my cymbals.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing too. Like, if you have really unreal sounding music, then I think your stage presence also has to reflect that a little, at least a little bit. You know, like
Yeah, at least
mask.
a
It
little
doesn't
bit.
need to be masks, but just just anything, you know.
No,
really.
because
I agree.
look at Duncanwald. Duncanwald is just wearing his cap, his uniform, and sunglasses, and it works. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
he
about
brings
it's not
that
about
image.
anonymity. It's not saying
Yeah,
some
that's
fucking
his
Slipknot
thing, that's his
bullshit.
image. That's how he likes to play.
Yeah,
We have talked about it, and he said, I have been talking to people, and they say maybe it's better to concentrate on the music and not so much on the image, because then it will take interest away from the music. And I say, no, I think it complements a very
Yeah.
good.
It
If
can
you
Yeah,
have
very
a
much so.
band
You
that
can
can
do it.
play
You can.
and is relying only on visuals, then okay, then it's not because of the visuals, it's because the band fucking suck. But if you're a good band and you bring the visuals, that's a win-win actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
Yeah,
you
if
I
it
agree.
sucks,
it
it's,
should not suck
does
because
suck.
of
Does.
image. Don't. Yeah, okay.
And it also makes the band memorable as well.
No.
I remember me and the announcer, we were at like a pub or like a stage that doesn't exist anymore. Ronnie knows it, but
Mhm.
and basically there was like a gore grind rap act performing there,
Oh, live.
and it was like it
What's-
was like
What's the
I don't
name?
know. I can't remember.
will do
I
the
can't
same.
remember. I wish I remembered, but
Oh.
and it was like two dudes, and they were basically like almost butt naked, wearing like an underwear, like a speedo or something, and like they had masks made out of flesh, and so they just ran around stage, just like rapping and like doing weird growling noises, and they would periodically like cut things pieces off of their mask, you know, with like a knife, and they had like they would pretend to like put their dicks on fire and shit like that, and it's like yeah,
Fucking hell.
it was really cool, but like and the music wasn't really
I thought I saw everything, but
yeah, but it was okay. The music
next
wasn't
time I go with you.
yeah, if I can find those guys, but like the music
Sure you
wasn't like
can.
all special, you know. But whenever I talk about it with the announcer, we can always be like, hey, remember that group, the rapping guys with the fleshy masks, who you know who lit their dicks on fire, and they were always like, yes. It's, you know, because it's still like living in our minds like that. It's just so vivid, that image, and it's just you can't forget, you know. And and of course it's a little bit gimmicky, and it's a little bit like
Yeah, you don't really remember the music, but you remember the visual
yeah,
stuff.
but it does stick, you know. There's
Kind of
something
defeats the purpose.
there's something to be said about it.
Yeah,
can
something can be
turn-
said about it.
I
It
agree with
can
you.
turn
I'll
for you.
Oh,
It
another day.
can turn both ways.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If you suck, it's getting hilarious. But if you don't suck,
Everyone sucks.
Yeah, but there is also
okay.
there is also bands who need to do that, because I don't know if you know War, the band War.
War.
Gore,
Yes.
Who
yeah.
doesn't?
War it's always been about impressive live shows with lots of fake blood. They also wearing costumes, and they look very cheap. The costumes look like they are made of paper mache or something, you know.
yeah.
It's very cheap.
Mm.
But
I think
then
that's kind of the point.
But then they also play at some shows when it's not big enough, when the venue is not big enough to hold the whole thing. They just play without the costume, and even if they are playing the same music, you say like, this just isn't War. It's something else. So at some point, a band, if you're male, you need the visual as well to go with it, or you just lose the credibility.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if your
Then you
brand
suck.
if your brand, I fucking hate that. I fucking hate this capitalistic bullshit. This is my brand. Fuck
No.
off. But I hate to say it, but
That's another subject.
yeah, but
War is just an image. It's not a good playing band or so. It's more of the image than the music.
Yeah, but
is,
but I do like it. And when
I don't
see
even.
them, and when I see them without the costume, it's like you say, it's like shit.
I don't even recollect the music.
I like the music.
I heard Gwar, but I don't recollect it. I don't even remember if I thought it was good or bad or so.
Well, they are.
I have
not
heard
super
it,
memorable,
but
but
I
music was fine.
Can't
They are
recollect it.
good at being bad. That's let's just say it like that.
It didn't stick in my
I do agree.
remembrance.
But the thing is, the thing
how-
about
How can I explain it? It's very Christian Slaterish. You know, it's like it's good, but it sucks. But
Yeah.
it's good at the same time.
It's very silly. Gwar is very silly. It's like
just
the
image
music and the
and-
themes are just really silly and stupid, and that's kind
Well,
of their
pretty sure,
shtick, like
sure.
stupid stuff. And those outfits and those weird ass stage shows just kind of puts emphasis on the silliness. And I think that's why it works when they are in outfit and doing all those weird stage stuffs. Then it
Yeah.
works, but when they are not, when it's just a band playing music, it
Oh,
doesn't.
Just a bunch of
That's,
idiots.
Yeah, just a
like
bunch of
Kiss.
idiots. Yeah.
You know the band Kiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
They never went away. They only didn't play with the makeup. When they didn't play with the makeup, they weren't recognized. And when they were playing with makeup again, they were hot again. But then
Yes.
they were never away.
I gotta
They-
say,
they have-
that's one of the bands that disappointed me the most because I saw them
They
Once,
can't,
live,
they can't play at all.
and it was
they
like, oh
fucking
my
suck.
god, these people need to shut the fuck up for
Yeah.
real.
Kiss can't play at all. It's
No.
not a great band or so. It's
No.
just an image.
They're fucking awful.
In
Fucking dad rock.
80s or 90s or so, they played lots of live shit without makeup, and nobody even if saw it.
No, I know.
Mr.
and,
Cougar.
They became known again.
I have a question for Mr. Cougar.
yes.
Is there can you tell us a little bit more about like the B movie aspects of your music videos?
Yes,
I'm kind of curious.
Well,
And I also think that will be the
obviously-
last one for today too, actually, because we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. So
Oh yeah,
this will
that's
be
a
the
good.
last. This will be the last subject then.
Yes.
Obviously,
Okay.
we take a lot of inspiration and the band flows a little bit around the movies of the 80s, especially Hellraiser, but also something like Premutos, the work of Brian Yuzna, the work of Dario Argento, Mario Bava. So we take the image from there, especially me. Duncan Walt on a lesser level, but especially me, I really like to do that. And the videos that we make, I gotta say, we try to do like something like it's gonna be remembered for something, and like the video we did with you guys, it was like people who has seen us doing this, they're gonna be talking about for 10 years about. You remember those fucks there in the graveyard with masks and shit and music.
You
and
don't
stuff?
you don't think people what do you say to people who say it's like too cheesy or too silly maybe?
Now, it's just not just bringing something out and have fun.
Primitive and
And
it's
don't take yourself too
spontaneous.
seriously to the point that everything has to be on point and has to be perfect, because we know that the infamous video "No Muscle," and you cannot go any cheesier than that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a bit of
You
campiness
cannot
can
go
work.
any cheesier
Yeah.
than that. And I mean, that
Yeah.
was mighty fun to do. So that's what I take with me. That the fun that we have
It's
making,
not much
making it.
of
And
cheesy,
yeah.
but more spontaneous.
Yeah,
We went to the graveyard and
yeah, we
and then
we
we
went
went
to the
to
graveyard and nobody knew what we were gonna do. So everybody, you remember that one? It was you, Rachel, with a hand coming behind the graveyard. That shot is also incredibly.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And it was just created there. It was like, all right, we are gonna do this, and it's gonna work, and it worked.
Mhm.
And why does it work? Because you believe in what you're doing, you're having fun, and there is no stress or shit. It's just like, let's try it. And
I also like how Donkerweld's scene immediately afterwards follows really well from that. So it's like we saw like a little bit from his perspective, and then you see him like kind of coming from behind
rising
the
up,
grave.
yeah.
But I
So,
think
yeah.
the biggest
The
inspiration,
video,
obviously,
pretty okay, but I thought when I had when I knew a little bit more about the whole thing beforehand, I could have bring more to the
yes,
Or
we
makeup,
bring so much more.
latex.
we always get that feeling when we are done. It's like we have done much more, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We had our fun doing it, and I think that's the main inspiration for doing the videos, is to have fun. You know, and if I have to go more technical, it's B movies, and it's like an ode to directors who actually can direct, but choose to be cheesy, like Mario Bava.
Mm-hmm.
I was glad I had both of my masks, but I could have done so much more with more makeup, more latex and shit.
Yes, I know. It was something
maybe
very
next time, I guess.
If I knew more, I've got. I could do a lot of more of that shit.
Yeah, but in the end, it worked out, and I think we had to improvise, and I think that gave it a little bit of a boost on what we actually made, because we didn't have much to work with. That's actually gave us a little bit of a boost.
I was lucky I brought both of my masks.
I do think what I do kind of I like what Mr. Coker is saying, because I do think there's something to be said about the spontaneous energy of just doing it as you move. There is something. I mean, there is something when I look back at the music video now, I do think there's something very tangible about it. It feels very in the moment and very organic that way. It doesn't feel like something.
It's not set up also, no.
It feels like it's not planned. It feels like it's just people there are changing ideas, and let's see how it goes. And I think that's why you make it special, even if it's kind of cheesy and sometimes even silly. But I think that's also what it makes something unique. So
yeah, I do agree. Yeah.
Okay, well, on that note, I think we should wrap up the stream.
Are you gonna play us out with a song?
I'm gonna wrap up the stream with one final song. This one is by Von Mollestein, and it's called "The Ballad of the Lost."
All right.
I hope all of you enjoyed this stream, this little PrickCast with Prickrott and Von Mollestein.
Talk for hours, but
Sorry?
We
thank
could
you
probably
very
talk
much
for more.
everybody who has stick with us through the whole thing.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
We really appreciate
By the way, go to Von Mollestein as well on Facebook and give them a fucking like. That's an order.
You order.
Yes.
For
Otherwise they'll come
pre-orders,
after you.
Contact me.
Sorry.
For pre-orders, go to Facebook and contact me, and then I can pre-order the CDs.
Yeah, you can see his name on the screen.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure, so.
you
Yes.
can find
You
Ronnie
can
Myers
also
on
pre-order
Facebook.
through Mollestein.
Mikey, somewhere in the web of lies.
The web of
Yes.
lies.
The web of life. Well, on
That
that
sounds
note,
like it sounds good.
on that note, we wish everyone a happy night, happy weekend, or
Yes.
whatever it is
Just
for
don't
you
that
in
tweet.
your
We
time
will
zone.
see you very soon,
Yes.
guys.
I will see you
Thank
guys
very
very soon.
Buy our shit.
Bye.
Buy your
Bye,
shit.
shits.
See you later. And fuck you. Have a good day. Bye.
Fuck you. Have a good day. That's
Bye-bye.
how it is. Okay, this final song to wrap it all off is The Ballad of the Lost by Von Mollestein.